Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Daily English Podcast, where learning English is easy and fun. I'm Emma.
Hey, Emma. It is so great to see you today. I am really happy to talk to our amazing listeners again.
Me too, Tom. Today, we have a very special and useful topic for our friends.
Oh, really? What are we talking about today, Emma?
Today, we are talking about how to talk about your day like a pro.
Ah, that is a fantastic topic. People ask this question every single day in English.
Exactly. Questions like, how was your day? Or what did you do today? Are very common in real conversations.
Yes, friends ask it, coworkers ask it, family asks it, everybody asks it.
And today, we are going to help our listeners answer naturally and confidently.
Before we start, if you enjoy learning English with us, please like this video and subscribe to the channel.
Thank you so much for your support. All right, Tom, let me ask you the big question today. How was your day?
Honestly, my day was pretty busy.
Oh, really? What happened?
Well, I woke up late this morning, so the whole day started a little chaotically.
Oh, no. What time did you wake up?
I woke up at 8:30, but I needed to leave home at 9.
Tom, that sounds stressful already.
It really was. I jumped out of bed and started getting ready as fast as possible.
Everyone, notice that useful expression, jumped out of bed.
Yes, it means you got up very quickly and suddenly.
Great natural English expression.
Then I quickly brushed my teeth, washed my face, and made coffee.
Wait, only coffee? No breakfast?
Unfortunately, no, I did not have enough time.
That is dangerous, Tom. Breakfast is important.
I know. Around 11, I was already starving.
Ah, starving is a very common word in spoken English.
Yes, native speakers often say, "I'm starving" when they are very hungry.
Exactly. It does not always mean real starvation. It usually just means very hungry.
Great explanation, Emma.
Thank you. So, what did you do after leaving home?
I drove to work, but traffic was terrible this morning.
Oh no, were you late?
Almost. I arrived only 5 minutes before my meeting started.
Wow, that was close.
Very close. I walked into the office breathing heavily like I'd just finished a marathon.
That is such a funny image.
Everyone, here is another useful expression. That was close.
Yes, we say that was close when something almost bad happened.
For example, I almost missed the bus. That was close.
Perfect example.
Emma, how was your day today?
Actually, my day was much calmer than yours.
Oh, good. Tell us about it.
Well, I woke up early at 6:30 this morning.
Wow, that is early.
Yes, but I like quiet mornings. I made a cup of tea and sat near the window for a while.
That sounds peaceful.
It really was. Then I spent some time reading before starting work.
That sounds like a very productive morning.
Thank you. I think mornings are easier when you start slowly and calmly.
I completely agree. My problem is that I always hit the snooze button too many times.
Tom, I think many listeners understand that problem.
Honestly, my alarm rings and my brain immediately says 5 more minutes.
But somehow, 5 minutes becomes 30 minutes.
Exactly.
Everyone listening, here is a useful phrasal verb, wake up.
Wake up means stop sleeping.
For example, I woke up at 7 this morning.
Great. And another useful phrase is get ready.
Yes, get ready means prepare yourself.
For example, I got ready for work very quickly.
Excellent.
Emma, what did you do after your relaxing morning?
After breakfast, I started answering emails and preparing lessons.
Were you busy all afternoon?
Pretty busy, yes, but around lunchtime, I took a short break and went for a walk outside.
That sounds healthy.
It helped me relax and clear my mind.
Ah, clear my mind is such a useful expression.
Yes, it means relax your thoughts and feel mentally calm again.
For example, I like walking because it helps me clear my mind.
Perfect example, Tom.
You know, Emma, one thing learners often struggle with is explaining their day naturally.
That is very true.
Sometimes learners use short answers only, like good or busy.
Exactly, but native speakers usually add small details.
Right. Instead of saying, my day was good, you can say, my day was good. I went to a cafe and met a friend.
That sounds much more natural and conversational.
And honestly, adding details makes conversations more interesting.
Definitely.
Emma, what was the best part of your day today?
Probably my evening walk.
Oh, really? Where did you go?
I walked through the park near my apartment.
That sounds nice.
It was beautiful. The weather was cool, and there were many people walking their dogs and enjoying the sunset.
Wow, that sounds very relaxing.
It really helped me feel calm after a busy workday.
Everyone, notice this useful phrase, after a busy workday.
Yes, a workday means a day when you work.
For example, I was tired after a long workday.
Excellent example.
Emma, did anything funny happen today?
Actually, yes. Something a little embarrassing happened this afternoon.
Oh no, tell us everything.
Well, I was talking to myself while cleaning my kitchen,
That already sounds funny.
and suddenly I realized my window was open.
Oh no.
My neighbor was outside looking directly at me.
Emma, that is amazing.
I think she heard me having a full conversation with myself.
Honestly, everybody talks to themselves sometimes.
Thank you for supporting me, Tom.
Always.
All right, everyone. Now let's practice together. Imagine your friend asks, "How was your day?"
Instead of giving a one-word answer, try adding details.
For example, "My day was pretty good. I worked, went shopping, and cooked dinner."
Very natural and easy English.
Exactly. I think another important part of talking about your day naturally is describing your feelings.
That is very true. Native speakers often talk about emotions during conversations.
Exactly. Instead of only saying what happened, people also explain how they felt.
For example, instead of saying, I worked all day, you can say, I worked all day and felt exhausted afterward.
That sounds much more natural and personal.
Yes, small emotional details make conversations feel real.
How did you feel this morning when you woke up?
Honestly, I felt very relaxed because I slept well last night.
Ah, sleep changes everything.
It really does. When I sleep well, my whole day feels easier and more positive.
I completely understand that. When I do not sleep enough, I feel tired before the day even starts. Everyone, notice this useful structure. I felt relaxed. I felt tired.
Yes, felt is the past form of feel.
For example, yesterday I felt nervous before my meeting.
Excellent example.
Tom, what was the most stressful part of your day today?
Definitely my morning meeting.
Oh, really? Why was it stressful?
Well, I arrived just a few minutes before the meeting started, and then my computer suddenly froze.
Oh no, that is terrible timing.
Exactly. Everybody was waiting for me while I tried to restart everything.
That sounds very stressful.
It really was. For a moment, I thought the whole presentation was ruined.
But everything worked in the end?
Thankfully, yes. After restarting the computer, everything became normal again.
That must have felt like a huge relief.
Oh, absolutely. I felt calm again immediately.
Everyone, here is a useful word, relief.
Relief is the feeling you get when a problem disappears.
For example, I felt relief after finishing my exam.
Great example, Emma.
Tom, I think another important thing when talking about your day is using time expressions naturally.
Ah, yes. Expressions like in the morning, after lunch, or later in the evening.
Exactly. They help your story sound clear and organized.
For example, in the morning I worked, and later in the evening I met a friend.
Perfect natural English. What did you do later in the evening today? After dinner, I spent some time reading a book.
That sounds relaxing. What kind of book was it?
It was a mystery novel.
Oh, nice. I love mystery stories because they always make me curious.
Same here. I always say just one more chapter, and then suddenly it is midnight.
Books can be dangerous too.
Definitely.
Everyone listening, notice this useful phrase, spend time.
Yes, spend time means use your time doing something.
For example, I spent time with my family.
Or I spent 2 hours studying English.
Excellent.
Tom, what do you usually do to relax after a busy day?
Honestly, music helps me relax a lot.
Oh, really? What kind of music do you listen to?
Mostly calm music or soft jazz.
That sounds peaceful.
Yes, Sometimes after work, my brain feels very busy, so music helps me slow down.
I completely understand that feeling.
What about you, Emma?
I usually go for a walk when I need to relax.
Walking really helps clear the mind.
Exactly. Fresh air and movement can change your mood very quickly.
Everyone, here is another useful expression: change your mood.
Your mood means your emotional feeling at that moment.
For example, good music changed my mood.
Great example, Tom.
Emma, I think many English learners worry too much about grammar when they speak.
That is very true.
But honestly, natural conversation is more important than perfect grammar every second.
Exactly. Native speakers also make mistakes sometimes.
The important thing is communicating clearly and confidently.
Yes, if you can tell a simple story about your day, you're already doing great.
For example, I woke up late, rushed to work, drank coffee, and relaxed at home.
That already sounds like natural spoken English.
Exactly. Simple does not mean bad.
Everyone listening, please remember that.
Emma, did anything funny happen during your walk today?
Actually, yes, I saw a dog wearing tiny little shoes.
Tiny shoes?
Yes, the dog looked very confused and walked so slowly.
That sounds adorable.
It was honestly one of the funniest things I saw all day.
Sometimes small moments make ordinary days more interesting.
Very true.
You know, Emma, I think this is why learning to talk about your day is so useful.
Absolutely. Daily conversations help people connect naturally.
And these conversations happen everywhere, at work, at school, with friends, even online.
Exactly. So practicing this skill can really improve your speaking confidence.
Everyone listening, tonight try describing your day in English for just 1 minute.
Yes, talk about your morning, afternoon, evening, and your feelings.
Even short practice every day can make a big difference.
And remember, confidence grows little by little.
All right, everyone, we hope you enjoyed today's conversation.
Thank you so much for learning English with us today.
If this episode helps you, please like the video and subscribe to Daily English Podcast.
Keep practicing and keep speaking English every day.
We'll see you in the next episode.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.